Spin. Electronics are such garbage. All right. This next deck is one of the modern community's favorite style of decks to play in Modern, which isn't to say that Green-Black Rock is one of the community's favorite decks in Modern. It's to say that this deck is a traditional good deck that we've messed up by 5 to 10 cards for the sake of playing something truly adorable. In this case, the Gitrog Monster. So if you're looking to play a card that your heart is beholden to, one of the best ways to do it while still having a relatively functional deck is to try and shoehorn it into something else that's already functional. So that way when your pet card doesn't come up, the rest of your deck is still like somewhat reasonable. I've added some Birds of Paradise here at the bottom end to allow us to get to Gitrog Monster a little bit more consistently. Birds of Paradise also makes it so we can do things like cycle these peatlands a little bit more aggressively, or use these cycle lands as things that draw a card, since we have more total mana sources altogether. Let's go ahead and dive on into a Modern League with this one and see how it goes. Are there any Modern decks you like to play, even though they're not necessarily that great? Yeah, Jeskai Tempo and Blue-Black Fairies. I'm a sucker for bad blue tempo decks, and those both definitely qualify. That's literally how I build every deck. I'm aware, Scholar. I am painfully aware. Yeah, this hand's fine. Oh, Demir Spy. Sorry, I was fighting with my desk. Glory to the Hypno Frog. Basic Mountain Aether Vial. Goblins? Smells like goblins, huh? I think I want to just Birds of Paradise on one. Is the 0/1 flying important compared to the 1/1 elf? Well, making black mana is valuable on Birds of Paradise. So you're not comparing the extra point of power in flying. You're comparing its ability to make all of our mana of all of our colors. Unfortunately, we drew another Inquisition here, and my opponent does not have another thing Inquisition can take, which kind of sucks. Why is there Elvish Reclaimer? I don't know, chat, because I wanted to try things. It's probably terrible, but the Gitrog Monster is probably terrible too. So I wanted to try this. This can turn into a 3/4 that doesn't die to bolt. We also have a smattering of utility lands in our deck. Sometimes you just wanna have fun, okay? You just let me have fun, please. Please. Please let me enjoy myself. We're gonna go ahead and gobble up this War Chief and gain some life here. Yeah, I don't know either, Fluckle. It's really annoying. It's probably a bug. If I had to guess, I'd assume it's a bug. Goblin Ringleader. Yep. That's a good one. So hit Earwig Squad. Another CJ. Siege Gang Lieutenant is kind of scary. You know your deck is bad when you describe it. That's not true. That's not true, Bob. All of the fair decks are afraid of Goblin Ringleader. Blue-white control would describe this as a good one too. Think we're just passing the turn here. We'll probably be cycling Peatland plus Fatal Pushing something. Am I supposed to trophy this Aether Vial? How do I feel about trophying this Aether Vial? They've got a bunch of 4-drops. Yeah, I'm gonna trophy the Aether Vial so this board doesn't get out of hand. Nah, I think that's pretty wrong. Link between. I think if the ringleader bricks, like, I don't care about the vial. I only care about the vial in this instance because they drew a bunch of cards. There's a goblin crater maker there. You can tell by the artwork because it's a crater. Oh, look at that. Look at that. It loaded the artwork. Amazing. This can sacrifice a goblin to drain for 1. This thing's really powerful. We're kind of choked on mana, so I'm just going to go ahead and make this bigger here. Their hand right now is Earwig Squad, Siege Gang Lieutenant, and Kranko again, so I don't really have anything meaningful to do here, so I guess I'm just passing. You have a mob boss. Skirt prospector, sure. Let's go grab a Treetop Village here, I guess. That's probably the best of what I can find. Yeah, Elvish Reclaimer triggers Revolt. So we're gonna go ahead and Fatal Push the Kranko here. Revolt is just any permanent leaving play on your side of the board. It's not explicitly like a creature dying or anything like that. Yep. Just like every goblin they get into play puts us closer to dead. They're killing my Reclaimer, sure. I think I'm just passing here. Scavenging Ooze has a pretty strong back, so it might be able to pick this game up and carry us across the finish line if we're fortunate. So they currently have 5, 6, and they have 8, just like 8 points of damage sitting in play. And we're at 16, but there's 3 creatures in bins, so we're effectively at 19 here. We're gonna go ahead and go up to 19. Yeah, Skoos. Against these removal light decks, Skoos can definitely be the difference between winning and losing. Now, the tough part here is that my opponent's, what's the word that I'm searching for? My opponent likely has the red-black goblin that deals damage to something equivalent to more goblins they control. So, like, this Skoos as a 7/7 is not safe on this board with this many goblins. I might actually want to start attacking with Treetop Village here, or the second Scavenging Ooze, just to, like, try and whittle down their squad of goblins. Awesome, Zombie. I'm glad you're enjoying it. We're gonna be doing some Underlords on the regular moving forward. So every Tuesday, Thursday morning, we're gonna be doing some Underlords to start the stream. So we'll do Underlords into Arena on Tuesday and Thursday, and Magic Online into Arena on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So they'll sacrifice these goblins to drain us with the Lieutenant, but we're taking 3 of their goblin tokens off the table, so I think that seems like a win for us. I assume they're doing this because Prowl is you may play this card for its Prowl cost if you dealt combat damage to a player this turn with a goblin or a rogue. Yeah, so they're going to Prowl this 5/3 into play. But we also got to clean some of their board out here, and again, getting their goblin count below 6 means that their munitions expert isn't going to be able to kill this. I guess they technically could still kill it with munitions expert. They get to search my library for any 3 cards of their choosing and exile them. Oh no! What if they take all of our Gitrog monsters, chat? What if they take all of our Gitrog monsters? I assume they're going to take, like, Liliana the Last Hope, because that's probably the best draw in our deck at this point. Yeah, standard's fine while we have a new set release, but I think, especially if they don't, if the ban list update today has no changes in all formats, I think standard's gonna pretty quickly slide into being a little bit stale again, which is why I asked the Underlords people if I could, or the Underlords, the fandom people if I could play in their tournaments again, because we're gonna need a little variety in there, not just me playing viewer decks. Gonna need to get things like the tournament play in there, and then other games too, to keep things moving until rotation happens in the fall. While Reclamation and 3-mana Teferi aren't leaving with rotation in the fall, they are, like, other things like Search for Azcanta and 5-mana Teferi are, so the format should change in a meaningful way. Hey, you scoos, you lose. There's another one. So, really hoping to draw a Gitrog Monster at this point. It just, like, would allow us to start turning these lands into something useful, potentially. You know what? I probably should have saved that Field of Ruin for if I draw a Gitrog Monster, because Field would draw a card with Gitrog in play. Same thing here. I'm going to hold on to this Verdant Catacombs until I draw a Gitrog Monster. We're playing like nobody blinked the game. Alright, that's a Goblin Matron. Why not Trophy and start attacking? Because I want to save the Trophy for if they have something really good. They have so many 1/1 blockers at this point that attacking with my 7/7 is going to take a long time. I'd rather have my Assassin Trophy as an insurance plan in case they draw something like this that finds them a very important card. Like a Cranko here would be game ending if I don't have a Trophy to kill it. Are we dead? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. No, we're not dead because Scavenging Ooze can gain life in between, right? Scavenging Ooze can gain life in between. Sacrifice a goblin, create 2 1/1 red goblins. That's really scary as the game goes along. So need to kill that one. And I'm gonna start diversifying my my Scavenging Oozes here. Make them get swole across a variety. Alright, I think this just heads to 6, right? I think that's the plan. Is like try and get this to 6 and do lands versus creatures. No changes in standard. Stoneforge Mystic and Splinter Twin are banned in Historic. Oh, that would be funny. Goblin Chain Whirler. Yikes. I guess that makes another Scavenging Ooze bigger. I stay neutral, another Skews turns into a 3/3. So now do I fetch so I can push this? Yeah, I think I do that. If I can take these Siege Gang Lieutenants both off the table, their board becomes a lot less scary. And I want a Fatal Push now because I want to take the Liliana up. So if we can take these Siege Gang Lieutenants off the table, the waiting game becomes a lot less scary. Because like every goblin's a ticking time bomb while these lieutenants are in play. So they can sacrifice a goblin to make us lose 1 and they gain 1. And I can't Fatal Push this anyways, because it's a 5 cost. Hey, Caldrid. Thank you for the 7 months of support there. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Red Rover, let the goblins come over. Perfect. Leave up max green here. Gonna go ahead and kill this. I think we're slowly winning this, huh? There's a little touch and go there for a second, but I think we're coming out the other side. They definitely have, like, good ringleader hits that could pull them back into this, but I think they're going to be forced into a position to start making bad attacks into these Scavenging Oozes soon, which is ideal for us. Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh, no! You had to say the words, Hogland, didn't ya? You had to open your mouth and insert your foot. There's a ringleader into another ringleader. Why have I chosen to register fair cards in Modern? Why? Why? Listen, if you choose to register black-green rock of any sort, you deserve your match losses to goblins. That's all I'm gonna say. If you choose to register black-green rock, you deserve the match losses to goblins that you get. Got a couple languishes, which are great, obviously. A Fatal Push. Abrupt Decay is probably fine. Inquisition and Thoughtseize are a little mediocre. I'm going to trim some of those. Alright, let's do it. We both bricked off for a while, and then they eventually drew out of it before we did. Beep 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 beep. Welcome to Feast. We live to please here. The Gitrog Monster. Monster. For people who are my regulars that may or may not be looking at the stream title when you come in, our last segment today is going to be drafting. My Tempo Store teammate, MTG Nerd Girl, is going to be Discord calling into the stream to help me learn M20 draft. We're going to be playing the Twitch Rivals tournament together on Wednesday. That's a team tournament. That is limited. I'm also going to be playing in the Fandom Standard Best of 3 tournament this week as well. And tomorrow and Thursday, we're going to be playing some Underlords in the morning. So, as always, you can keep up with my regular schedule on my website there. I also tweet it out on my Twitter. So, lots of good places to keep up with what's going on in Hooglandia. This hand's got 4 lands in it, so I think we're just going to cycle this Tranquil Thicket. Timeouts do not stack. So, I'll probably go ahead and play Forest, cycle Thicket on 1, play Goyf on 2. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fit her face on the overlay, but you will be able to hear her talking with me. We will pipe Discord through the stream audio. Am I going to play red-black in the Phantom Tournament? Don't know. Maybe? We're going to play the black-green rock deck in Standard again today. I liked that deck last time we played it. If that deck feels good again, I might play that. That was kind of sweet. Wow, they paid the Echo on the War Marshal. It's not one you see every day. I'm going to trophy this because it gets Artifact and Instant into the bin here, which cranks my Goyf up to a 3/4. That kills my Goyf. That's sad. I didn't trophy the Vial more proactively because I didn't know for sure. I didn't know for sure that my opponent was stuck on lands. And the fact that they're stuck on lands is the big reason I'm taking that line. I'm going to play this other Goyf out because it's a 4/5. So this allows me to block a little bit here, and it notably does not die to my Languish. So, like, hopefully putting this big blocker into play encourages my opponent to extend a little bit more, and the Languish to kill more creatures. Alright, Goblin Ringleader. God, their Ringleaders have been so good. Just like, every one of their Ringleaders has drawn, like, 2 to 3 cards. Which, on average, it should draw, like, 1 to 2. And running a little bit above average. Do you think The Rock knows there's a Magic the Gathering archetype named after him? Probably not. Yeah, it was good last time we played it. That's why we're playing it again, Gorks. No, it was terrible the last time we played it. That's why I'm considering it for Thursday. It's a power move. Play the deck that was awful. I personally, I'm excited to, like, get a 4-for-1 with this Languish and then still lose this game. That's what I'm looking forward to. Munitions expert. Yikes. Yep. Goblins is very good against decks like what we're playing. We are not a good scene for us. I always register subpar decks for a tournament so I can play in the deck instead of my lack of skill. Yeah, exactly. It's like giving yourself a crutch, right? Oh, we're just dead, right? Because they're gonna play Siege Gang Lieutenant and kill us. Onward, upwards, backward, forward here. I'm gonna open the door to my office. Getting a little hot. Getting a little hot in here. So hot. It's against the Twitch terms of service to take my clothes off. So we'll just open the door. No, Arena's been having some major performance and server issues since their latest patch, and you are not alone. I'm really hoping the elegance of Arena in the early days wasn't a fluke, and maybe we can get back to it, but my hope is slowly waning. Resubbing for that ban update dishype appointment. Yep, pretty much. Do I care about this Ice Fang or this Magus of the Moon? I don't think I do, right? What do I have? I have a fetch for another basic and I have another Birds of Paradise here. I think I'd rather just take their cantrip away. Yeah, Arena has become a serious resource hog. Do I have pants? I am in fact wearing pants. Well, today I'm wearing shorts. I have gym shorts on at the moment. I have gym shorts and I have my Hoaglandia Jester t-shirt on. Hashtag plug the merch. Hey, nice, Kind Fiend. Deck's a lot of fun. The Gitrog Monster is here, and he's hangry. He's very hangry. So they've got Dub's Prime Speaker here, so we need to kill both of these. Hopefully we can kill these Prime Speakers and attack with the Gitrog Monster in the meantime. Look at he's got, this artwork is so great. There's like a random arm hanging out of his mouth. He's just like, I'm coming for you. Be ready. Obey the toad. Obey the toad. I always thought that arm was his tongue. It's really not. Oh, right. Gitrog Monster lets me play an extra land this turn. Sweet. Their hand right now is Resto, Prime Speaker, Magus the Moon. So I need to draw another land. Another removal spell. Otherwise, we're gonna be dead next turn. Because Prime Speaker plus a 1-mana creature kills you out of the opponent's deck. Oh, that's true, actually. Yeah, Scooze does stop them from comboing from just a 1-drop. The fact that they have a 3 and a 4, though, I think means we're still dead. It does make things a little bit more complicated, potentially, for them, though. We have 2 draws. We have 2 draws at a removal spell, though. Because this is going to give us a redraw. Any fetch lands are redraws. Nurturing Peatland's a double redraw. Cycling lands are double redraws. So we've got a lot of chances here. Take a chance on me. Do. Yeah, they're gonna have to chump one of our creatures, but chumping doesn't really matter. They've got plenty of dorks. Plenty of Dorkius Maxius over there. So we'll go eat and have a 4/4 and a 6/6. But again, it's gonna come down to, can we find a removal spell for this? We find a removal spell for Prime Speak, we're actually gonna be in a pretty okay spot here. Float a black mana before we sack the swamp. Hopefully draw a Fatal Push. Push this off a cliff. Trophy would also be okay. Liliana the Veil's not good enough. Nothing but professionalism on this stream, chat. Nothing but professionalism. Welcome to Thunderdome. How about if I cycle this and draw 2 cards? Ooh, play my second land and draw another card. We're so good at this. We're so good at this. Welcome to Chumpsville, population U. I'm gonna leave up 1 green here, so that way in case they draw like a Renegade Rally or some kind of graveyard shenanigans, I can interact with their graveyard with Scavenging Ooze. I know I missed a point of damage by doing this, but I think that's fine. Fear the Gitrog Monster. That one, I shared that in the memes channel on the subs Discord this morning. That's been my favorite fake banner restricted update that's been posted so far. The Leyline of the Void, rest in peace, and surgical are banned. It's like, yes, this is definitely what the format needs. All right, push is good. Languishes are good. Liliana the Veil's pretty bad in this matchup. Collective Brutality's kind of whatever. This seems fine. This seems fine. Yeah, rest in peace being misspelled was an extra. An extra little. Yeah, this hand's great. It would love an accelerant in it, but pretty reasonable otherwise. Goyf is a very reasonable draw as well. Let's just go ahead and push their first dork off a cliff here. Oh, did we catch them with their hand in the cookie jar? They don't have another land, chat. They don't have a land. Get him. Get him, Charmer Goofy. I believe. I believe. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Sure, Tracker's good against control. This is modern though. You can only have so many slow, clunky cards in your deck without just getting run over in the more aggressive matchups. So I'm already playing the Gitrog Monster. So playing more slow, clunky cards than just the Gitrog Monster seems loose. So if they miss on a land drop again here, they can actually float mana, bounce the land with Script Ranger, and then trigger Revolt on Renegade Rallier and bring birds back. Just kind of sweet. Hey, what's going on, Doze? That's great. Means I can jam the monster next turn. Monster. Thank goodness Underlords came out right now. It gives me something to do while Standard is, let's say, not the best. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see with both what they do with the Standard announcement today and what happened in the first couple of tournaments. Because it's very easy to, like, let yourself think Standard is magical right now while we're all playing Bad Brews against each other, but it's, like, not really the reality of what the format is until we see a couple of tournaments. I mean, you're really not alone in wanting to, like, ignore the decks that are good in Modern and only play cards that are good against blue-white control. We have Vanifear here. Sure, I have a trophy. I mean, Magic's still going to be our primary form of content here, Doomfeast. It's just deck submission slowed down a lot at the end of last season, and this season surrounding a set release is the slowest I've ever had my deck queue at set release time. So I'm just hedging my bets that nothing's going to change and things are going to stay slow. Makes me want to diversify a little bit. And that's why we're going to try Pauper too. So we're not just trying things that are not Magic. We're going to try a little bit of different kinds of Magic too. So we had some people put some Pauper decks in the queue. So we're going to be playing some of those later next week. Punish for not holding up Scavenging Ooze here. Yep. That's pretty unfortunate for me. I guess I should have held up Skews. Eternal Witness wasn't really on my radar. It should have been. I'm racing okay here with this Treetop Village, at least. You have to hold priority when you play a Planeswalker with Flash on the opponent's turn. Why would you have to hold priority to play a card in your opponent's turn? This block is pretty desperate. They're pathing my Skews. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and just eat my way through their graveyard here in response to this, just so they have less options from future Eternal Witnesses. So, the fact that they just had another path here means that the fact that I left Scavenging Ooze up last turn, like, wasn't as bad. Because they had the path for the Gitrog Monster anyways. Well, you can't activate a Planeswalker on your opponent's turn. Planeswalkers can only be activated on your turn. You also technically can't hold priority on your opponent's turn because the way casting spells work, whenever a spell is cast, the active player regains priority immediately afterwards. So on your opponent's turn, you can't cast a spell and then say, I'm holding priority, I'm pretty sure. A judge can please correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's active player gains priority after a spell goes on the stack, right? Not whoever cast that spell. They're gonna get to Renegade Rally or back Ice Fang here, which kind of sucks. Spellskite, yep. Yeah, we need like a Gitrog Monster like right now. Need some kind of big bomb to go over the top of what our opponent's doing. Well, I mean, I don't know if that qualifies. So let's trophy this, because otherwise it protects their stuff. So whoever casts the spell regains priority. That's interesting. I think I just get rid of this one. I have Treetop Village to trade with Renegade Rallier when they go to attack my last taupe here. Thanks for citing the specific rule there, Scissor. She is in fact our last taupe, aptly named. Yup. Alright, so we're gonna throw our Bird of Paradise under a bus here. I mean, we're still in an okay spot, right? Take that back. Languish. Birds of Paradise is like Languish adjacent, right? Very, very similar. It's a very conservative attack. Languish. All right, and there was a game of the third. And there was a game of the third. Yeah, I think I'm Empathy boarded. Let's run it back. Are we mad refreshing? Are we mad refreshing the banner restricted page yet? Sometimes it goes up. It goes up early. The scene's great. Sign me up. I'm gonna go ahead and put Treetop Village into play, tapped on one. Yeah, usually they go up like 15 to 30 minutes early. But who knows? Who knows? Dude. Is there anything mono red that can kill Cerulean Jake? Protection is complicated. I don't think so. Are there any colorless cards that kill it? Are there any awkward colorless cards that let you deal damage? Something there's no like Walking Ballista in this format, right? That's the type of effect you'd be looking for. Meteor Golem. Yeah, Meteor Golem and Chamber Sentry. Those are actual answers. Chamber Sentries. Yeah, Chamber Sentry's a good one. Blast Zone. Blast Zone's a really good one. There we go. Blast Zone. Blast Zone's a constructed playable card. That is, Blast Zone's a real answer. Look at that. We got there. Blast Zone's like a not joke, haha, this technically works but is bad, right? I think I'm actually playing the Barren Moor here. This might miss. That sucks. I think it's right to spot check there. They have like evolutions and chords and stuff like that. We're talking about how mono red can interact with a protection from red card in standard. I think Blast Zone's probably the most realistic answer. Seems reasonable. So they have Ice Fang, Spellskite, and then one card I don't know. So I assume we're going to see them cast Spellskite, and then they'll Ice Fang at end of turn. All right, well, that lets us get Gitrog Monster next turn. Hopefully they draw like a Vanafear or some other good creature in these couple of draws, and like untap and we get to Languish them. Huh, weird that they didn't Ice Fang. Do you know the Gitrog Monster? Gitrog Monster, Gitrog Monster. Do you know the Gitrog Monster? Do 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 do. Beep 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 beep. They didn't draw Path to Exile. That's a good first step for us. Step 1. No blocks. Let's float a black mana. Draw a card. Just draw for the turn. Go ahead and crack this, draw a card. What's going on, the Freak? Happy no changes in all formats day. Cycle this Tranquil Thicket, draw 2 cards. This doesn't just draw cards from lands in play, it draws when you cycle 1 from your hand. Gitrog's impressive when he gets going. How many cards does this thing drawn already? I think I just go ahead and attack for 6 and then pass here. Really don't feel like I'm languishing this board. Sure. They get to block, and then they blink this, draw a card, and they don't take damage. So next turn, this board's probably languishable. If they have a red source, they could Kiki-Jiki and try and kill us, but I've got Resto, or I've got Trophy here, so that's nice. There's a good chance this is a game-winning Languish next turn. Happy buyout, Stoneforge Mystic Day. Bye, friends. Eldamari's Call resolves. Yep. Cast Plague Wind. And people often ask why you play Languish instead of Damnation. This is why you play Languish instead of Damnation. Just like cast Plague Wind, go. Yeah, this is my opponent's 7th turn. It's an incredibly long game of Modern. Are they dead? Are they dead? I fire this up, and this is 11, 14. Yeah, I kill both of these and they die. This game has had more turns than I played in my last Modern tournament. LOL. It's funny because it's true. We got to turn 8. So I took 8 turns, they took 7 turns. It was a 15-turn game of Modern. It's a long time. It's a long time. All right, we're 1-1. We're on the scoreboard, chat. The Gitrog Monster claims his first victim. And he was very impressive there, huh? Not only was he a 6/6, but he drew what, like 4, 5, 6 cards that game? It was like pretty sweet. I like when we get to at least do our thing once, right? Oh yeah, we got slaughtered by Goblins, Burgle. No, but this is the one style of deck that Goblins is very good against. Goblins devours mid-range. You got me excited. I thought it was live already. Hey, good games to you too, Davies. Good luck on the grind with the Vanafears. She will always have a special place in my heart. Turn 2, Liliana. What is this? Deathrite Shaman? Turn 2, Liliana. Here's hoping they play a Birds of Paradise on one as well. Or just like, turn 2, Liliana, kill your thing. Wow, they actually banned Bridge. Look at that. Hagak didn't even win the last couple Modern tournaments. Well, for all of you that were enjoying Jund being good in Modern, you can kiss that dream goodbye, because your Jund deck's unplayable again. Hagak being the best deck in Modern was good for decks like Jund. This is a Wizards webpage here. The links in chat. No changes in standard as predicted, because they said this standard format's healthy. So I am very concerned for the health. I am very concerned for the health of my stream as far as standard content's concerned moving forward. Welcome back, Saw 3. Hagak was good for fair decks in Modern, because the problem fair decks in... Oh, I should have taken the trophy, right? I'm dumb. I have a Liliana that could kill the mobs. I was typing a command in, not thinking about the context. I was just like, Bob's the good card. Whatever. It's just down tick and get my Birds of Paradise back here. Actually, I need to uptick, because otherwise their Treetop kills her. Sorry, so fair decks in Modern tend to struggle because they get attacked from too many different angles in Modern, and you can't devote sideboard slots to them all. So having a deck like Hagak in the format that pushes a lot of the other unfair decks out of the format is good for a deck like these fair decks, because they can choose to beat an unfair deck, one type of unfair deck. The problem is when there's a lot of different unfair decks that they start to struggle. So, in a competitive sense, I think in the competitive sense, I think you can definitely construct the argument that standard's fine. I don't think it's fun for casual players though, which is a big issue. The play patterns in this current standard format are not enjoyable if you're someone who likes brewing. If you're someone that's not enjoying playing one of the Teferi or Reclamation decks, like, you're gonna have a bad time. And I think that's a real issue that's worth addressing, but Wizards disagrees with me. That's fine. We'll play more Modern, we'll play some Pauper, we'll play more Underlords. It just is what it is. Reclamation rotates in 15 months. Nexus of Fate and Search for Azcanta rotate in 3 months, though, so that might be the saving grace. Thoughtseize. I don't want to trophy their Treetop Village here, because it gives them a second black source. I think it's unfortunate. The week of the new set release when the Banishers curse is a couple of weeks. We stabilize from M20, they might be more inclined. Yeah, I think so. And again, as someone who's been around Magic for a long time and spent a lot of time being frustrated with the modern ban list, if you're frustrated with the Magic format, you need to just stop playing it. You need to play a different format or play a different game. Being frustrated and posting random threads on websites on the internet and all this other crap is just going to make you more frustrated. There's lots of different great Magic formats out there. There's lots of other great strategy games like the auto chess variants that have been going around. We're going to be trying Pauper on this stream probably later this week or early next week. Like, sitting there and being upset that a Magic format isn't what you want it to be isn't going to change it. It's just going to make you personally miserable. So don't make yourself miserable. Yeah, honestly, the best way you can impact Standard is to stop playing and stop spending money on Arena. Like, that's something that could stimulate a change if they see their metrics actually changing. But as long as there's money coming into the system, everything is fine in their point of view. Sure. So I'm leaving this Verdant Catacombs uncracked, because if I draw a Gitrog Monster, the Verdant Catacombs will draw a card when I crack it, which is nice. Am I supposed to be attacking them? I think I'm supposed to be attacking them. You think it's too soon after M20 to release for bans? No, I don't. I think the cards that were problems before M20 are going to continue to be problems. I think the bad play patterns are going to continue to exist. And maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong, because I'd much rather play Arena than play Magic Online. But if Standard, 3 weeks from now isn't meaningfully different than Standard today, than Standard from before M20, I'm probably going to be playing less Arena and less Standard. You ban 3 mana Teferi and Wilderness Reclamation. So they're going to take her only spell anyways, so might as well kill a Treetop Village here. Oh yeah, when I say Pauper, for people that are confused, we're gonna play Pauper on Magic Online. Not Pauper. Arena doesn't have a Pauper key, right? It's actually a pretty decent draw. It means I get to kill their Treetop Village when I try to block with it here. And my village just gets to race them. I think Narset's a lot less offensive than the other two. And I think if you get rid of the other two, banning Narset becomes less of an issue. I agree that Narset creates some similarly unfun games though. Yeah, I agree. I think the issues that 3 mana Teferi's causes are hard to measure objectively from a data standpoint. Because it's a feels type thing. Yeah, I think that would have been a good idea too. But I mean, like, at the same time, I think they, like, wanted these cards to be pushed, so they pushed them because that's what they wanted them to be. This is another reason to have been holding this fetch land here. Trigger Revolt off a Fatal Push for a situation like this, which is nice. I think there's infinite ways you could fix Teferi, but this isn't Hearthstone, so they can't just edit the card. I think the most elegant way you make 3 mana Teferi suck a whole lot less is you make him start with 3 loyalty. You just make it so if you want to play your Teferi and draw a card right away, he goes away. You just give people a chance to actually 1-for-1 him instead of him always generating value. Because the real problem, the real thing that makes Teferi so good is the fact that you can, even when you spend a removal spell on him, he's still drawn a card and gotten value for you. That's the fundamental issue with Teferi. He like draws you a card and then sticks around. Hey, Viper, thanks for the brand new tier 1 sub. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now. Thanks for supporting mine this month with that. Yeah, I think this might be a gain 1 Dark Confidant, because if they take this hit, any spell kills them, right? Hey, Yaupi, thanks for the brand new Prime support. Hope you're having a fantastic Monday wherever you're at. Thanks for keeping me here. Oh gosh, I'm super excited for people to get Neoformed at the Pro Tour. That sounds great. Well, I appreciate that, Viper. And that's a great way to do it, you know? You can get your magic kick through someone else, not have to slog through the battles. And we do a lot of conceding to Nexus and Reclamation on this stream, so we don't suffer through it too much. I think I'm just gonna cut some of these discard spells and bring in some removal spells out of my sideboard. That seems fine. I don't think Languish is good. Did Neoform suddenly become good? Yeah, the London Mulligan became the permanent rule, dude light. So that makes Neoform pretty consistent. Yeah, Neoform kills on turn 1 pretty consistently with the London Mulligan. Turn 1 to turn 2. This seems fine. Nissa, people always ask why there's a Nissa Vital Force in the sideboard of even the traditional rock deck. It's for matchups like this. These grindy mid-range matchups where Nissa can be a threat while also generating card advantage with her -3 is valuable. So she makes 5/5 and she can -3 to get any permanent from our graveyard back to our hand. Hold on just a moment. Yeah, this is fine, right? Hey, the Gutmeister. Thank you very much for those sub gifties. Hope you're having a great Monday wherever you're at. Welcome to our newest members of Hooglandia. Remember, Gut, if there's a deck you want to see a little bit sooner, if there's a deck you'd like to add to the queue, let me know and I'd be happy to get that in there for you. Sounds good, German Space Ace. I appreciate the support. Oh, Outrose coming in hot with some gifties as well. Happy Monday, folks. Double Nurturing Peatland for starting's kind of awkward, but I think this hand's definitely a keep. It's got plenty of good spells in it, right? They have a Kalitas there. Is that their last spell? Yep. Do you see the ban announcement? They cited The deck got 3x as many 5-0s as the next highest deck. That's an impressive stat. What do you think of the White Cavalier in Standard? I think all the Cavaliers are pretty sweet in Standard. I don't think we're going to get to it today. I believe we're going to get to it tomorrow. We're going to try the White Cavalier in the Green-Black Land Destruction deck. Or the Green-Black, the Red-White Land Destruction deck, sorry. Yeah, last time we played Pauper, the gameplay seemed pretty reasonable, which is why I'm excited to dip back into it again. Hey, Farsight, thanks for the 8-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. So they have Forest, Kalitas in hand. They know about this Liliana of the Veil, so they're probably not going to play into her. I think I'm going to go ahead and play Scooze out, play Swamp, and probably plan to cycle this Peatland. Another direction I could take with this sequencing is I could choose to just play all my lands out and get my hand empty and then start plussing Liliana while I'm empty-handed. But I think I'd like to just dig for more threats here. If I downgrade my sub, do I keep my streak? You do, Oatrose. Yeah, any type of subbing keeps your streak. If you switch from prime to regular, switch from regular to prime. 2 to 3, 3 to 2, 3 to 1. It all works out the same. The only way you lose your streak, I think, is if you go over a week without being subbed. So if you're someone who prime subs, and you miss a week there, your streak will break that way. So we do play Legacy on stream on occasion. So Legacy, unfortunately, as a format, is just not very popular. So I require a bigger donation to add a Legacy deck to the queue. As always, details on how to submit decks will be found here on my website. A lot of people that consume Magic content are consuming content because they want to see formats that they're going to be playing themselves, and Legacy is just not accessible for most people. So a lot of people don't have an interest in seeing it played, so it doesn't turn into very popular content, unfortunately. Azumael, thank you for the 14 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. And Hots coming in with that brand new Prime support. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a fantastic Monday wherever you're at. That's true. That's true. If you can play Legacy, if you play Legacy on the regular, you can probably afford the $50 premium to get a deck in the queue. Jess got done with a 4-day wedding celebration. Happy to recover from the 4-day hangover here, and thank you for introducing me to Underlords. It's very addictive. I agree. Honestly, it's not a terrible time for Standard to suck and Arena to be falling apart, right? Because like the new auto chess variants are really awesome. Just, I don't know. They didn't ban anything in Standard. I'm just really hoping they at least fix the client lag issues on Arena. Like Arena feels like it's moving closer and closer to Magic Online with every update. Just every update, it's like, oh no, this is broken now. Or oh no, it runs slow and it locks up. Rolk, thanks for the 28 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Most! Thanks for the 13 months. I appreciate it. How will they manage to get a Wall of Roots bug into Arena? That's true. That's true. That's like the final transition, right? Get that sweet, sweet Wall of Roots bug. So I haven't played this Liliana out yet because I know they have Kalitas in their hand, and like they could just like trophy or decay my Liliana, but now I've drawn this Assassin's Trophy. So I think I'm okay to go ahead and play this and start plussing it. I also think that's probably the case too, Nivek. I think there's a lot of people that think standard can only be good if there aren't any bans, and like if they ban something, there's been a colossal design failure, and I agree that that couldn't be further from the truth. Hey, Full Metal, thanks for the support. Got some good news from my doctor this morning. After 6 years, I might finally be healed, so here's to celebrate. Here's some more for Modern Elves. That's awesome. Congrats. And thanks for keeping me around. Hope you're having a good one. Float a mana. Sacrifice this bird. Eat the bird. Opponent's last card right now is a copy of Kalitas. I think I'm supposed to kill Liliana here. I think I want to play my land out so I can play Gitrog if I draw it. Get to go ahead and kill this. Alright, so a removal spell is technically lethal here. Because it lets, it would let me kill my bird and turn my Scavenging Ooze into a 7/7. Hitting them for 6 here, cuts them off of this fetch land, which is nice. I'm going to play this fetch land, but I'm going to decline to crack it. Because this Verdant Catacombs can enable Revolt for a Fatal Push, or it can draw a card if we draw a Gitrog Monster. Yeah, I was pretty underwhelmed by Wrenn and 6 when we played it in Jund, but maybe Gitrog Monster. Maybe Gitrog Monster makes it good enough. Maybe. We're 2-1 now with our slightly bigger black-green rock deck. Gitrog Monster's done some heavy lifting when he's been in play so far. We're guaranteed to get some of our fun bucks back. Got 2 more matches here before we roll on into some more standard action with M20 this afternoon. I'm going to continue trying our best to find something sweet to play there. I'm playing in the Fandom's Legend Tournament on Thursday. And we're not one of those try-hard streamers, so we're going to play something sweet in that tournament. Probably Black-Red Aristocrats or Black-Green Rock. When we played the Black-Green Rock deck in Standard last time, it felt pretty reasonable, so we're going to give that another try today. Fandom did not add delay back into their tournaments, but I've watched their tournaments a number of times since they went delayless, and it seems like it hasn't negatively impacted anything. So as an adult, I'm willing to admit when I'm wrong. And playing in tournaments from the comfort of my home seems sweet. So no love for Black Green Citadel. I don't think that deck's very competitive. I think it's a lot of fun, but I think on average it's not the most competitive thing in the world. I think it's like a bad Dreadhorde deck most of the time. I will probably have chat down while I'm playing my matches, but because it's on no delay, we will have the ability to interact with you in between games, which is nice, which is the upside to having no delay. All right, so we're gonna kill this. Am I binning the Gitrog Monster? Binning the Gitrog Monster means that I have an extra food for my Scavenging Ooze, which is really nice, and it gains me life. I think I want to full mode this Brutality and bin these two. I think I full mode this and then play Tarmogoyf. I'm gonna take their Lightning Bolt here. That's their instant speed way to kill my Skoos. This Tarmogoyf's a 5/6 because good guy Eidolon's an enchantment. Just gonna close the game out very quickly. I'm gonna go ahead and eat this now and gain my life. If they want to point a Lightning Bolt at my Scavenging Ooze, I can eat their Eidolon in response and get it to a 4/4. Yeah, I agree, Burgle. Collective Brutality is a very, very well-designed card. So we're at 17 still, and we've got them on a pretty fast clock. So now, the downside to eating this Eidolon is that it means that my Tarmogoyf will only be a 4/5 now, but I think that's fine, because it means that the Scavenging Ooze is soaking up another burn spell. So they skull cracked me off the life gain, which is fine. But they're going to have to do another 3 to this anyways. So Scavenging Ooze effectively read gain 7 this game, because it gained me a life off of exiling my Gitrog Monster. And then it's going to gain me 3 and 3 here. Their hand right now is Shard Volley, Skewer the Critics. And they're only on 2 lands. So we're just looking to draw more threats here. Another Scavenging Ooze would be fine. Another Tarmogoyf is good. Gitrog Monster would be good. Discard spells would be fine, because they still have spells in their hand that we care about taking. Tarmogoyf is currently a 4-turn clock. Yep. It always reminds me how disconnected I am from Modern and like what other people want, because like I would like things like Birthing Pod, Splinter Twin, and Stoneforge Mystic unbanned, but I'm also of the opinion that like Hagak was good for the format. Like as someone who likes playing fair Magic, I am sad that Hagak was banned. The random mythic rares from mastery progression don't have duplicate protection. That's awful. That's really awful. Let's play this pre-combat and plus it, just in case they have a card in their hand that makes these bigger. Alright, so they should just be dead here, right? Like, this puts them to 1. I'm at 11. They can do 3 to you. They only have 1 card in their hand. Honestly, I'm just excited they left Neoform alone for this Mythic Championship. I really hope, like, Channel Fireball or Ultimate Guard or one of the big pro teams just all show up with the Neoform deck. That would make me incredibly happy. I think I'm leaving 1 Thoughtseize in. Liliana the Last Hope's really not that good in this matchup. I was playing against Esper Fairies. And you turned one of Bitter Blossom in Affinity. That's interesting. I've seen that deck play that card before. Tom, I gather. I can almost afford a standard deck with all these subs. Thanks for the 37 months. I appreciate it. Welcome back. The Green White Bow deck is everything I want to be doing in a Magic deck. I've lost a bunch and won a bunch with it, but it's complicated and there's always points where I could have played better and learned from. Yeah, that's you and me both. That's exactly. I like the tricky decks. The decks where I can look back on them after my matches and go, oh, I could have played more optimally in these situations and maybe had a better outcome. That's really what I look for. That's actually true. The Neoform deck is a lot worse. And this is an interesting thing about the last Pro Tour 2, where they tested the London Mulligan. Fair decks are much better or gain a lot more when deck lists are public. So even though the London Mulligan, helps linear decks more than it helps fair decks, the fact that the Pro Tours have open deck lists, it favors the fair decks by a significant margin. So it kind of balances out there. Yeah, every blue-white player will be able to mulligan to their key interactive cards, which is a big deal. Stands a little bit slow. No Fatal Push on the draw kind of sucks, but Duress into Scavenging Ooze and Trophy, it's kind of hard to mulligan this. I would love to take your Lightning Bolt away. Super awkward that my removal spell on 2, should I choose to play it, is Assassin's Trophy when my opponent's stuck on 1 land. That being said, I think I need to play my removal spell on 2. I don't want to just get run down. Fatal Push, that's perfect. So, it's not quite resource efficient, but I can fetch a Shockland tapped here, and we'll push this Goblin Guide off a cliff. I think I'm actually Fatal Push your thing. I think I'm Fatal Push your thing, untap Liliana, Edict your other thing, and then Liliana can start going up, chewing away their hand. I'm going to 9 here. And then we can get Scavenging Ooze down and start doing stuff. Their hand right now is Shard Volley, Lava Spike, and then 2 cards I don't know. Sounds good, McCullough. Thanks for the support. I appreciate it. I just want to avoid trophying them while they're stuck on lands. Because I'm killing them both and it doesn't matter, Fangirl. They're both attacking for 2 because they played a Lava Spike. Suspended a Rift Bolt. Yep. No, I know that I want to fetch. I know that I want to fetch there. I don't need to wait because I know that I want to fetch. Now, they do have the option to Rift Bolt the Scavenging Ooze, but if they Rift Bolt the Scavenging Ooze, I'm at 7 and playing a 6/6 next turn, so I think that's a win for me. Clipsy, thank you for the 15 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Grafdigger's Cage does stop Neoform. It does in fact stop Neoform. Down to 4. I'd really love to draw a basic land. Huh? Do I just, like, drain them, play my land, plus my Liliana? I think that's the line, right? We start by plussing Liliana because they could Skullcrack me. Ah, we're so smart and thin. We're so smart and thin, chat. We're so smart and thin. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't matter how smart and thin we are, because we are dead to another 3-ball off the top next turn, right? Regardless of our degree of smart and thinness, we're dead to a 3-ball off the top. Well, I'm skull cracked. Chat, they skull cracked me, chat. They skull cracked me. Am I dead? You think we have to attack? I don't know. Maybe. Probably. I don't know, like, and I'm not taking a turn off the clock, right? Like putting them to 16 when I'm about to have a 5/5, it doesn't change the clock. Hey, thanks for the $10 tip, McCullough. Oh, I guess if I'm doing this, it changes the clock. Yeah, it does change the clock, right? Either I was dead or not. Like, come on, bud. If you had a thing, I'd have died last turn. They have like a Searing Blaze? They have Searing Blaze. Okay, that makes sense. It's the one card they could have. Alright, so if I had attacked last turn, I'd have them dead 1 turn sooner. Yeah, I should have attacked last turn. Bob's right. So we're gonna have 1 extra turn to draw a thing to kill me. Which is pretty good when I'm at 4. Although 4 is better than 3, right? It's like 2 turns instead of 1. Swift Spear, yep. And Swift Spear doesn't even do anything. Collective Brutality is lethal because, like, she does 1. I think we're a lock at this point, right? They needed a 3 damage spell and a 3 damage spell because I edict this and then gain the 1 back. No, I have Liliana in play, Burgle. Yeah, they need like Exquisite Firecraft, right? Or Flames of the Blood Hand. So they'd have died this turn if I'd have taken the right attack the previous turn. But, like, they can't cast Boros Charm here, so they need, like, a just red deal 4. And blockers don't work because Liliana just edicts them off a blocker. And much like traditional black-green rock, this deck seems like it has a good burn matchup. I don't even have 4 brutalities in my 75, but I was good at drawing the 3 that we have, so. Alright. We're 3-1 with the Gitrog Monster. Let's wrap things up here with the last one, shall we? He got to do his thing at least once against the Vanafear deck. We've made a profit on our league for the first time in a while. Of course, there's a command. Now that the meta is 100% different because Bridge is banned, what bad cards can we play in this deck to make it tier 0? Asking the real questions. Turn 1, Birds of Paradise. Let's go. Let's go. Ramping into modern all-stars such as Scavenging Ooze. You make every deck better in Modern by playing Birds of Paradise, chat. Come on now, everybody knows that. Do 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 do. Yeah, we're gonna need to play Green Black Rock in Standard today too. The 7/6 Dino is like really sweet. It's like pretty good when we've played it in the past. Scale of 1 to dead, where's the Scavenging Ooze at? The Lightning Axe side of the scale. They're a graveyard deck too, brutal. Yeah, we're playing 4/7/6 Dino in the rock deck we're playing today, Bob. We're playing against Grishelbrand, it looks like here. Oh, you know, I should drain them because their health total is part of how they combo. Well, we were gonna get Emmercooled next turn, so I'm glad we had Collective Brutality. Yeah, I should have been to Trophy to drain them there. Yeah, Lightning Axe means Grishelbrand as well. So if they hit another Goryo's Vengeance here, we get Emmercooled and can concede. So I assume the fact that they discarded that, wow, it means they just hit bricks. That's good for us. I would like to buy 1 threat, please. Either of our Lilianas would be fine draws here too. Long time watcher, time to finally give some money. Well, thanks for the 2-month resub, Sniff Power. I'm glad you enjoy the content. Good to have you around. Ooh. These decks usually play a lot of basics, Bob. The Gitrog Monster is here, and he is hungry, chat. He is hungry. Oh gosh, could you imagine if this was a Death Ray Shaman? That'd be so good. Niv does not grab Kalia. That is not strictly a combo. Blood Moon. Ugh. Oh, I can trophy that, right? Because I have a Birds of Paradise. That's fine. That's fine. Look at Birds of Paradise. You the real MVP, Birds of Paradise. So we're going to trophy this. And then using the floating red from the Overgrown Tomb I sacrificed, we're going to feel this because it gets us another basic. And it triggers the Gitrog Monster. Yeah, I'm a big fan of casting my spells, so you'll usually find me playing birds. They have a World Spine Worm as their last card. Opponent has conceded before the might of the Gitrog Monster. Gitrog's been, like, genuinely fine in the games that we've played it. As far as, like, top-end fatty that beats people down, it's, like, pretty okay. Let's cut all of these useless removal spells. Hey, Sharps, thanks for 13 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Yeah, I honestly, Renin 6 had slipped my mind when I put this together, and I can see that being fine. Other successful Jund decks have been playing Renin 6, so like just like playing like 2 to 3 Gitrog at the top of that curve seems okay. The Birds of Paradise have also been good today. And like the fact like, so it looks like I have 28 mana sources, but like I've got 2 Psycho lands and 3 Peatlands and Field of Ruin and Treetop Village. Like I've got a lot of utility lands, and Modern's a format that's about getting on the board quickly. So like turn 2 Liliana has been relevant today. We turn 3 Gitrog Monster at one point. Like it's actually felt pretty okay. I think I like this. How do we feel about Trophy versus Reclaimer? Trophy probably doesn't play that well here. They might board out the Blood Moon just because we're a 2-color deck with Birds of Paradise. So if we see Blood Moon in post-board in this game, I'll probably bring some trophies back in for game 3. But I think as is, this is fine. Depends on what our opening hand looks like. So we don't have to strictly mulligan for Leyline super aggressively. Because like we have discard spells and surgicals that can do well too. Keep. This hand has a lot of pieces of mana in it, but the Peatland cycles, so I'm gonna keep it on the back of the Leyline. Thoughtseize is an excellent draw. Opponent has conceded from the game. Yay! We 4-1'd with the Gitrog Monster. Yes! Yeah, we have the London Mulligan back, bub. Yeah, that was sweet. Yeah, that was sweet. Let's talk about what this was doing. So this was a Gitrog Monster build around. So I shoved 3 in at the top end because I wanted to make sure we really drew it. That being said, this card was just like genuinely good a number of times that we drew it. Birds of Paradise also felt pretty okay with the increased number of utility lands. I feel like 2 at most if this card's actually good. It's like it's really expensive. I wouldn't mind trying Jund with Renin 6. This card's probably too slow and cute. Birds of Paradise helps make your red splash even more free, which is sweet. Like, what's his name? The Season Pyromancer was kind of hard to cast on red before, but it was good when we could cast it. And Birds of Paradise would like help with a splash for that double red card. Arcbound, thank you for the 3/4 of your support. I appreciate that. And then Shrouded Hawkage, thank you very much for the brand new Prime. There's a lot of great people. You can send that to every single month. Thanks for keeping me around here. I just wanted to try something. Like, it's a 1-drop threat that eventually doesn't die to Lightning Bolt, but it's probably too slow and clunky for Modern. And like the payoff on it isn't that high. Whereas like, while this is slow and clunky for Modern, the payoff on it is extremely high, right? Like when this card gets going, you see a lot of cards and it kills people relatively quickly for a fair deck. Hey, Yori, I feel like this deck would operate the same as if it was Grave Titan, but 6 CMC might be too big. Yeah, I think 5 versus 6 is a big deal. The double Birds of Paradise enabling turn 3 Gitrog Monster. We have one alternate art Gitrog Monster here, paid for the premium upgrade on that one. Just Magic Online things. And Teach You to Duty, thank you for the brand new Prime support. Welcome, welcome. For folks who enjoy primarily Magic Online and Modern content, my new schedule is going to be every single Monday, Wednesday, Friday moving forward. We're going to be playing Magic Online in the morning, whether it's Modern or Pauper or Legacy. So about 8 a.m. Central till about 10:30, 11 a.m. Central on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Friday. Tuesday and Thursday mornings, we're going to be trying some Dota Underlords in the mornings. That was pretty successful when we played it previously, and I've really been enjoying that game. And now we're going to roll on in to some Magic Arena here in the afternoons. We're going to play some Standard for a little bit, and then we're actually going to try Draft for the first time on stream, for the first time in a while. MTG Nerd Girl's going to be calling in to teach me some of the basics of M20 drafting. So we're going to be playing a tournament for that together on Wednesday. Pauper prices are the same as Modern, $25 minimum, because it cost me $10 to play a Pauper League. So have to at least try and make something if we completely scrub out.